It's common to think you can't do meditation because you can't think of nothing. But it's not about that. It's more about training your mind to be able to focus so you're not getting absorbed in thoughts about things that have passed or haven't even happened yet. And funnily enough, counting meditation is an easy way to start observing how much we have a tendency to do this and how it affects your body. And I really recommend it for 2 reasons. First thing is counting allows you to focus on one really important component of meditation, which is breathing. If you're breathing too fast because of something you're anxious or even excited about, you definitely won't be able to give anything your full attention. And secondly, counting takes up mental space. So by focusing on the next number, it'll be easier to override, I suppose, whatever trains of thought that try to grab your attention. There are a few variations of counting meditation, but I'll teach you just one that I use. So how does it work? You might wonder if you're going to be so focused on the numbers and getting that right that you can't focus properly on the moment or reality as it is, or maybe it's going to sound creepy and tense, like you're counting down to something imminent. But it works in a very simple way. The concept is we're essentially going to count in our heads on each inhale and exhale incrementally up to a certain number. For example, on your inhale, you'll mentally note 1, then exhale 2, inhale 3, exhale 4, and so on, all the way to, let's say, 8. Then you start again. If you find yourself getting distracted, just gently bring your awareness back to the counting and start again from 1. I've started with 8 because it's a relatively low number for a cycle of breathing like this, and there's a reason. And this is because it's common for your brain to do this thing called narrating, and in this exercise it will be usually evaluating subconsciously how well you're doing it, especially when it comes to numbers. So let's say you get distracted at 2 and you have to start again. Your mind will probably start making comments already before you even know about it. Like, damn, I'm so stupid. I can't even count to 2 without getting distracted. I may as well just give up. Distractions in meditation are like resistance in weight training. Every time you bring your awareness back, you're building on your concentration and you're strengthening the neural pathways in your brain. Treat any of these mental comments in the same way as you should with any thoughts or distractions. Just acknowledge them and move on. Let go of any need to try and understand them or process them. To help you do this, in this particular meditation, there's a layer of my own that I kind of add to aid in staying focused if you're a bit more visually inclined. But I'll add that at the end as an option. So let's give this a try for 4 rounds. If you decide to practice this on your own, set yourself a timer so that you're not thinking about checking your watch. And even if it's just 2 minutes of practicing this, you can start there and build up. So to start this, we need to be able to settle into a rate of breathing where you feel more comfortable and able to focus. And with this, it's key to breathe from your belly, through the diaphragm, and let the air expand through your abdomen first, like you're an airbed almost. You basically want to visualize the air reaching even to the outer edges of your belly. And when you exhale, not like you're shoving the air out, but be aware of taking it out through from the chest to the belly in a downwards way, so kind of the reverse of how you're breathing in. I won't go into too much detail because I feel like it's likely going to distract you from the actual rest of the practice, but the key is to take your time, but don't breathe in a way that feels unnatural to you. So we're going to inhale through the nose, belly expanding, and exhale, let your belly deflate. Inhale, welcome this air into the body, and exhale, soften your jaw, relax your shoulders, let go of your day. Use your inhale to notice any other areas where you're holding any restrictions or discomfort. And use your exhale as a release, a chance to just let the breath travel to these areas and carry away any of these sensations. Now inhale, mentally note 1, and exhale 2. Inhale 3, exhale 4. Inhale 5, exhale 6, 7, and 8. So try and continue for the next 3 rounds. Inhale 1. I'll leave you here to continue. You can either stay in this practice for longer if you like, especially if you needed to restart. You can also stay here and practice. But start to bring awareness back just into your body, wriggle your fingers, and when you're ready, open your eyes and just return to the moment. The important thing is to have compassion and patience with yourself. You're never going to master something like this straight away, and I can actually feel my brain struggling sometimes when I do this, so you're not alone. It's just about being able to gently use your sensations in the moment and the silent counting to bring yourself back and not interact with any thoughts that come to mind. And if you like this and want to try and expand on that or try something different, you can also count 1 for a whole round of inhale and exhale, or you can even count down from 10 or an even bigger number. Some people also use this practice as a kind of warm-up to settle and be consciously aware of their rate of breathing, because you can't go inhale 1, exhale 2, inhale 3, because you might look a bit crazy. But again, don't get caught up in the numbers. Let go of any need to set a goal of breaths to get to, because that's just another way that you're trying to label yourself as good or bad at something. And you don't need to be that way. It's a practice of observation and not a test. So if you've noticed, it's a bit hard not to get distracted. I visualize sometimes each count in this as a swim stroke, so almost as if I'm swimming in a lake and each thought is passing in the water past me and I'm just swimming past it, almost like a visual separation. So on the inhale 1, I'm visualizing one swim stroke of my arm in the water and just gliding there for a bit. Or you could do it with skating, I suppose. And as I take each inhale and exhale, I switch arms, swimming in a very slow kind of crawl or a backstroke, if you like. I don't know. And any mental commentary, any anxious thought, I can acknowledge, but visually separate it in this kind of way. Any boredom or urge to move that you experience is totally normal. I think it's more about being aware of these sensations and having the patience to not act on them straight away, but just observe. And it means also when other things happen in your day in the same way, you can begin to accept things and events as they are rather than trying to change them and exhausting yourself in the process. So I hope this was useful and you learned something, and thanks so much for giving this time to also build on your own mental resistance. And there are some other small techniques that you can incorporate flexibly in your day that can teach you how to be more aware and kind to your mind. And if this sounds like it's for you, you're welcome here anytime. Feel free to come back or subscribe if you like the idea of some of these topics. And I will see you in the next video. Let me know how it goes for you.